Welcome everyone. Today, we are taking a closer look at one of the most important techniques used in rug restoration and preservation, Labki sewing. This process is much more than a repair method. It is an art that requires patience, precision, and years of experience to preserve the beauty and integrity of a handmade rug. Every handmade rug tells a story. Each knot, each color, and each pattern represents generations of craftsmanship and cultural heritage. Over time, however, these rugs experience wear from everyday use. Edges may begin to unravel, fringes can loosen, and certain areas may require careful restoration. That is where Labki sewing becomes essential. In this video, you will see every step involved in this meticulous process and understand why skilled artisans dedicate so much attention to preserving these beautiful pieces. The first step is always inspection. Before any sewing begins, the artisan carefully examines the rug. Every edge is inspected to identify loose threads, worn sections, and areas that require reinforcement. This stage is extremely important because every rug is unique. No two rugs are exactly alike. The material, age, thickness, and weave structure all influence the restoration approach. The goal is never to alter the rug's original appearance. The goal is to preserve its authenticity while extending its lifespan. Attention to detail during this phase ensures that every repair blends naturally with the original craftsmanship. Once the rug has been inspected, preparation begins. Loose fibers are carefully organized, damaged sections are stabilized, and the artisan prepares the materials needed for the sewing process. This requires an incredible amount of patience. Every movement must be deliberate and controlled because even small mistakes can affect the rug's structure. Labki sewing is not a process that can be rushed. It is a craft that rewards precision over speed. Experienced artisans understand that preserving quality is always more important than finishing quickly. This dedication is what separates handcrafted restoration from mass-produced repairs. As the sewing process begins, you can notice the incredible hand coordination involved. Each stitch is placed with consistency and accuracy. The artisan works slowly along the edge, ensuring proper tension throughout the entire section. Maintaining the correct tension is essential. If the stitches are too tight, the rug may lose its flexibility. If they are too loose, the repair will not provide adequate support. Finding this perfect balance requires years of experience and practice. This is why rug restoration is often considered both an art and a science. Every decision is made to preserve both beauty and functionality. One fascinating aspect of Labki sewing is how it strengthens the rug's foundation. The edges of a rug are particularly vulnerable because they experience constant friction from foot traffic, vacuuming, and movement. Over time, these areas naturally begin to wear down. By reinforcing these sections with specialized stitching, artisans help prevent further damage. This not only restores the rug's appearance, but also protects its internal structure. Think of it as preventive care. A properly restored rug can continue to be enjoyed for many more years, sometimes even for generations. As we continue watching, notice how repetitive the process is. This repetition is intentional. Consistency is the secret behind a successful restoration. Every stitch must align with the previous one. Every section must maintain the same level of craftsmanship. Even after performing this technique thousands of times, skilled artisans remain fully focused throughout the process. There is no room for distraction. This level of concentration reflects deep respect for the rug and for the tradition itself. Handmade rugs are not simply floor coverings. They are works of art, and works of art deserve careful preservation. Another important element is preserving the original design. The artisan never wants the repair to stand out or appear obvious. Instead, the restoration should seamlessly integrate with the existing rug. When done correctly, the repaired area becomes nearly invisible. This is one of the greatest signs of exceptional craftsmanship. A successful restoration allows the rug to maintain its original character while regaining strength and durability. The objective is always preservation, never transformation. Respecting the rug's original identity is at the heart of every restoration project. Throughout this process, hand tools play an essential role. Simple tools, combined with expert hands, produce extraordinary results. This reminds us that craftsmanship is not about advanced machinery. It is about skill, experience, and dedication. Many artisans spend years perfecting these techniques. Some learn from family members, passing their knowledge from one generation to another. This tradition continues to survive because of the commitment of these talented individuals. Every stitch represents years of accumulated expertise. Every movement reflects a deep understanding of handmade textiles. As the work progresses, we begin to see the transformation taking place. Damaged areas become secure once again. Loose fibers are neatly integrated back into the structure. The edges regain their stability. What was once vulnerable now becomes protected. This restoration process not only improves appearance, but also increases the rug's longevity. Proper maintenance and timely repairs can dramatically extend the life of a handmade rug. Some antique rugs have survived for over 100 years because they were carefully maintained and restored over time. That is the power of preservation. Labki sewing also teaches us an important lesson. Beautiful things require care. Just like valuable relationships, traditions, and heirlooms, handmade rugs need attention to remain strong. Neglect allows damage to grow, but timely care preserves beauty for the future. This philosophy extends beyond rugs themselves. It reminds us to appreciate craftsmanship and the effort behind handmade creations. In today's fast-paced world, seeing this level of patience can be inspiring. It encourages us to slow down and value quality over convenience. As we approach the final stages of the process, every detail is reviewed once again. The artisan carefully checks the completed stitches. Any loose fibers are trimmed. The edges are inspected for consistency. Quality control is essential. The job is not finished until every section meets the highest standards. This final inspection guarantees both durability and visual harmony. The rug is now prepared to continue its journey for many more years. restored, strengthened, and preserved. In the end, Labki sewing represents much more than a technical repair. It represents dedication, it represents heritage, it represents respect for handmade artistry. Hours of skilled work performed by talented hands. This craftsmanship allows these beautiful pieces to remain part of our homes and our lives for generations. By preserving them, we also preserve the stories they carry. Thank you for watching this demonstration of Labki sewing and for taking the time to appreciate the extraordinary work involved in handmade rug restoration. Every stitch matters, every detail matters, and every rug deserves the opportunity to continue telling its story.